concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of the matchup. When the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan State's offense takes the field to start this game off. This game often testier than Michigan's rivalry with Ohio State, and the Wolverines applied a little extra sting winning a close one last year.
They did. You know, it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth back in East Lansing all year long. They've talked about it. They've had to hear about it. They've listened to the gloating from their in-state rival. They're looking to flip the script today.
And that's what's so fun about rivalries. You get bragging rights, and especially in the same state, so much disdain for each other. It's so awesome. The fans go bananas. Michigan State's definitely got something to do.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So the Michigan Wolverines offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago.
Turning it on! Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Wolverines! A great catch and run for 6.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Spartans in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to throw, it's Child. Pocket breaking down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
The Spartans with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Caught over the middle. It's Belling. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball.
Speeding down the right side. Touchdown, Sparty. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He's going to run it. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down, fighting off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Wolverines have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. Unleashes one. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. They're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
They've got the play bottle up. Fumble, it's out.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He's going to take off. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Michigan. He got a step and just dusted the field. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Childs. Quickly to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He'll go to the sneak. The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan Trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies about that.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Michigan offense. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. A delay of game penalty, just a mistake that you can't have happen at this point of the game and this part of the field. To the air, it's Underwood. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's marked. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Sweet cut there. He's loose on the right. Touchdown Wolverines. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Got him downfield. They bring him down, and the big play will move the sticks. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking to pass. It's Child. Setting up the screen. Have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Takes a pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
At the 20, he's got space. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Power football with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Off play action. Looking left. Complete downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. 1st down for this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Spartans are in the red zone. From the gun, the running back has it. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Spartans.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Underwood. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
And getting after the quarterback, man, getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense that can stop the run and find the quarterback. Man, that's what you like to see if you're a Spartans fan.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him on the sidelines, hey, listen, remember, if it's not open, take off. Just go get it yourself. They don't have an answer.
Breaks into the open. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another 1st down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. And the Wolverines are on the move. They'll try the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Touchdown, Wolverines. Once he got some room, it was over. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Scanning the field, it's Childs. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost one on that last one, it's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
He'll try to feel the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. To the ground with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Operating in the red zone here on second down. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away. But you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. To throw, it's Childs. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marsh. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to get it himself. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Right back to the well. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
To the air, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's McCray. rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. He'll try to find a rhythm here. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught close to the marker, it's Kelly. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marked it at the 47. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Catch in the middle. It's Belling. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit.
And the quarterback, over 2 and sacked at the 12.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave it the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. It's complete, and he will score! Touchdown, Michigan State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Give to the back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under heat, he gets rid of it. And that ball's incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a man. It's Child. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Spartans trying to cash it in on first and goal. He'll do it himself. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were
trying to rumble in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Sparty! And they take it in for 6 more points. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Up 3-4, and we are not going to complain.
This is a free safety that not only can play in the middle of the field and play center field, but he can lock up man-to-man as well with great coverage. You saw it there.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Underwood. They've got the screen set up. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Spartans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well tonight, give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Marshall. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Michigan.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Gives it on the option. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Back to pass, it's Childs. Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's McCray. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And the Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running. Trying play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCray. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's McCray. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Makes the grab.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Spartans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's good. Easy call for the ref. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Michigan offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the...
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the the 14-yard line. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's McCray. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, they're after him. Lets it fly. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Childs. He uncorks one deep. He's got it inside the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. A strike downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got time. They've got the lead. And David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He's now over 200 yards from scrimmage to date. Now, look, Denard Robinson's career record of over 10,000 is a long way away, but he said he wants to take aim at it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Here's a heat. He breaks the tackle. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are, that's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive early.
There he goes. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback may change this route. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's McCulley. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs, man.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
The Spartans come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll run for it on third and short. Still on his feet at the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Childs. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Spartans have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Sparty. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback, but it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the returner will be knocked down. So here comes the Michigan offense. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. You think about Michigan State D-line, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Got a man. It's Marsh. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They'll line up for a second down play. Gets it past the marker. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Using him out of the slot, he is just...
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
He'll keep it himself. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The give from the gun. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on 3rd down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Hand off from the gun. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. On 3rd and goal, From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, Dave.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wants to go up top on first down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Child. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Turning it on.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
And the Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. And here they come to give it another shot on 3rd. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. To the air, it's Childs. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Back open in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Working the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And he added the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay up.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Boom. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Child. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. They're going to ride this running back.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this offense.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Wolverines are flying down the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
No doubt offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Bringing the heat. Working on the right. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Throws to the wideout. The short hands, it's Kelly. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Childs. Wide open downfield. Breaks into the open. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. He wants to throw it again. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They'll spot the ball in for 12 after that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working that left side now. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
So here comes the Michigan offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
First down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
To the air, it's Keene. Pocket breaking down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's McCulley. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but
turning it on. Made a defender miss. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Breaks the tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
No need to get too cute there or overly creative. Just push the ball forward and get the first down.
I completely agree. I hate when people get creative. Just easy money, downhill, run the QB, get the first down.
They'll leave it with him. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Childs. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down.
On to kick it away.
Wants to bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. After run, now throw. That's caught. It's Marsh. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run it from the gun. Picked his way through the traffic for 6, but it'll be 4th down and 3 yards to go. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Going deep. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Keene. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He might want another play. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marsh. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a cut. Ripping through the defense. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Fielded in the end zone, it's McCray. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it 1st and goal at the 1. And no signal from the officials, but not much push from the offensive line, and I don't think he reached the end zone. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak trying to power his way ahead for a few. Sneaks it in.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's McCray. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Kelly. Really putting together a threat now. They get start the first. It's at the 37. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged in the middle. It's Belling. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Release to the back. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Keene. Pressure coming.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Makes a man miss. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Spartans will call on their punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Keene. That's caught. It's Morgan. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's McCulley. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Oh, he missed it. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. The give to the single back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Rides to the back. Brings him to the open. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Spartans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Spartans decide to punt it away. Makes a catch at the 10. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.